Hello, everybody. Welcome on into a Friday night. Hello, Charles. Hello, Blake. Hello, Tech. Welcome. Sorry it had to be an hour and a half late tonight, but I had obligations as a parent this evening. Hello, Smiley. Welcome on in. For those of you that are wondering at home, we did in fact get snow. It covered my driveway. It covered my backyard. I might still have a camera pointed over there. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it on the ground, except for it's really blurry. But then it got sunny today, and it all melted off my panels, and it was just good. So I've had a good Friday. Watched tech most of this afternoon, looking at capacitors. Let's see, what else did I do today? But now I'm ready to play Zelda, and if I remember correctly, we left off right here. How do I know that? Because that's where I left it. Here, I'll make the other camera go away. We don't really need that anymore. Why can I not fire the hook shot in here? Because I'm in the door still? Ooh, I don't like that hand. I feel like that hand's gonna like kill me or something. So how's everybody else's day? Anything new and exciting? I'm still waiting on packages. I don't have my Game Boy Advanced HDMI thing yet, so that's a little disappointing. It said it got to customs yesterday, but there hasn't been a tracking number since. Also, I just managed to... Oh, I see. I gotta be smarter than I'm being. Can it grab me while I'm holding on to something? It can. That's not fair. And yet it takes me right back to where I was. So that's convenient. Good. How about you? Yeah, so yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Charles. I have no major complaints at the moment. I'm looking forward to the weekend. My son is going to like some 3D Pokemon card making thing, which if it goes really well, I'll show you guys tomorrow. But tomorrow afternoon, I gotta take him. It's at the library of all places, and like they're gonna like take Pokemon cards and cut them up, which I think is just, oh no, is this gonna be a reoccurring theme all night tonight? Let's not go that way. Not that it matters at this point, but so yeah, they're gonna like cut up the Pokemon cards and make them 3D somehow. That's all I know, but so I guess I don't know a whole lot. Okay, take me back to the front door because that's where I need to be anyway. So it sounds like an interesting art project anyway. And it gets him out of the house for a few hours, which that's always a good thing too. And I taught some kids about control flow today. Started teaching them about if statements, and I taught them about go-tos and labels, because teaching them the bad stuff first is always fun. We even programmed some TI-83 pluses. Nothing like starting them on calculators with BASIC. I don't understand the point of that hand if I can't actually... Like, what's the point of me killing it if it just keeps coming back just as fast? Doesn't hardly seem fair. Okay, well, at least we got the key. Debating how long I'm going to stream tonight. I also gave my daughter, she needed a new show to watch on TV, so she's been watching through like all the classic TGI Friday series. So she's watching Family Matters right now, of all things. A classic show starring Stephen Urkel. Okay, that's not who it's starring, that's the main character. But the point is, he's the star. Forget what the guy's real name is. It's like, I can't remember. Anything else going on this weekend, you guys? I was looking at the headlines. I think Princess Peach dropped yesterday or today. I have not picked it up. Oh, I died. I think I got 2 fairies, though, right? Splatfest. Ooh, there's a Splatfest this weekend. Maybe we'll do that for community night tomorrow, then. That sounds like a good way to spend an evening. I don't like the way this thing looks. Like, that looks scary. Why has it got to be a bee? What's the categories for this Splatfest? And what team should I pick? Isn't this... Yeah, this is where I came from. It changed the floor. But to what end? $60 stream streak. That's 2 months. You're on team guitar. Disman's on team drums. I mean, I like the drums. I definitely can play the drums. Not like on any like major high level, but I can at least play them. But I have no skill with guitar, but I think I'd prefer guitar. I feel like that's the more universal instrument. It's like 1 part percussion, 1 part everything else. And piano is really just a really large guitar that you play with buttons, and I do like buttons. So there is that too. And I can play piano. Somewhat. Not like I used to be able to. I need a new keyboard. That's on my list of things to buy after I buy everything else that I need to buy. I want to get like a really nice MIDI keyboard. Weighted keys. That didn't quite go as planned. I have one... Actually, I have like... You know what I should do? This is also on my project list. And hasn't been dealt with yet. I actually have a pretty nice MIDI keyboard that I took apart because it wasn't working, and I haven't put it back together yet. Nor Nor have I technically figured out what was wrong with it, so that's not great either. What is the point of this room other than to kill me? Nope, I'm pretty sure the room exists just to kill me. No bombable walls. And I might, depending on how timing works tomorrow, like if I have to stay with my kid while he's making Pokemon cards, I might try to run up to the school that has the e-reader stuff. See if I can run another test print or two. But we'll have to see. Or maybe I'll just work all day. That always sounds fun and entertaining, right? Working on a weekend. Since you mentioned it earlier, Princess Peach Showtime is good. You did pick it up? I mean, we played the demo on stream, which has like the first 2 levels, and I mean it wasn't bad. It was not what I was expecting. Which is neither a pro nor a con. I do think Nintendo did a pretty solid job with it. I'll give them that. So if you picked it up, I'm curious, have you beaten it already? Like, because you've only had it, like, what, 24 hours? Just got to the 2nd floor. Okay. I would like to know if the game feels overly short. Yeah. So once you beat it, that would be my question for the moment. Gosh. I'm gonna rephrase short just for a moment. Never really feeling challenged. Let's try it that way. Like, I had fun with the 2 demo levels. I would not say I felt challenged in those 2 levels. Like, yeah, and the very easy factor of the game, I'm worried is going to make it like a 2-hour game or like a 3-hour game. Although we did play the demo for like an entire stream, so it's probably longer than that. I really dislike that hand thing. Yeah, exactly. Less than $1 per hour is my overarching metric. But there are a handful of games that are like 10 hours long that if they felt challenging enough and rewarding enough of an experience, I probably would still be willing to pay. And Mario games, like Mario Wonder, probably falls into that category, right? And it's because I will play it again. I'm worried that Princess Peach's game is the kind of game where yeah, okay, it's a 10-hour game, but it's also so easy that I will never feel the need to play it again, kind of thing. That's what I'm really worried about. Wait, why am I... What? What? That turned me into a bunny rabbit. Why did that turn me into a bunny rabbit? Played it for fun. I played it for fun. Fact about those yellow sparkly things in this game. If you sprinkle it with magic powder, it will turn into a fairy. That's a useful fact. Except for now that it's gone, so I can't do it again. So not as useful as I was hoping. Do-do. You guys have all sorts of video game knowledge, and I appreciate that. I mean, I have lots as well, but I feel like you guys have, like, if I were to pull out NBA Jam, you would know the initials right off the bat to, like, unlock Michael Jordan. I don't know why I used that as an example. It just felt like a good example. I don't remember those holes being there last time. Oh, because I did that last time. We've been here already. Oh, we have the key, though. This rod commands fire, but watch your magic meter. Okay, I don't think that helped us at all. We don't need to command fire to unlock anything, do we? We also don't have the key to that. Is that sparkle thing considered an enemy? Do. We have not been here. Oh, we're gonna get lagged here. I can feel it. I bet the fire rod works really well on mummies. At least if the programmers thought ahead. Found a key. Magic powder does, or the fire rod? Okay, I don't like that door a whole lot, so we're gonna ignore that door for a moment. Because we've been in that room, so that room doesn't need to be unlocked. So let's not unlock it. We know where, but we can't open that door yet. We must figure out the secret of this room, though. I was a secret in this room. What would I be? Turns Gibdo into Staphos. Well, now you got me even more confused. Who's Gibdo? And who's staff? Like I don't. I should know these names, right? Oh, we don't have a way out of here though. Let's use the hand to get out of here. Oh, that didn't work. So, I guess we have to go out the door? Okay, so what did we learn through that exchange? One, Charles' video game knowledge is not as flawless as we thought 2 minutes ago. Two, that not all holes are created equal. Do. Okay, this is the room we were trying to get into a minute ago. That I did know. I did know the thing about the mirror. What I didn't know is how to get into my inventory. Gosh. Back to this. No, no. Nothing good was that happening there. Nope. Oh, that could have been bad. The things I do for extra lives. You found the compass. Yay. Let's look at the map real quick. Okay, it doesn't seem to indicate anything. Why do I feel like the compass doesn't really work in this game? Like, shouldn't there be... Does it only make sounds in this game? Or does it actually, like, show something on the map? Because I don't see anything. I feel like the compass does nothing. Maybe I should read what it does next time. Yeah, like it made that noise. That implies that there's something in this room still. Are they? Are you sure about that? I thought they were doors. But no, maybe... Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I've been misreading this map the whole time. Okay, so theoretically, there is a chest still in the room to our left. There's a bouncy thingy. So in theory, we're right on top of whatever's in here. I thought I'd try it. It didn't do anything. Try this. That didn't do anything either. So if I was a chest in this room, how would I be unlocked would be the question. I mean, it's possible there's one in here. I just don't know where it would be. I mean, I know where it would be visually. But I don't know how you would activate it. There's nothing to kill, nothing to blow up. I'm unsure. Oh, no. I thought yellow was entrances and exits. So, like, that's the drop point right there. Like, that's where I drop in. And then same with the room to the right of here. There's a drop point in that room, too. I think that's what they are. But I could be wrong. We need to find a room with a chest and then check. Oh, this room has a chest. And there's nothing on the map. It also didn't make the noise. Whereas that one did, but it also moved the floor. I don't know how the compass works. I'm convinced now that that's... Yeah, no. You're not wrong. They absolutely work differently in the other Zelda games, which is why I'm confused about what it's actually doing in this game. Like, what is the point of the compass? Is it actually doing something? Oh, it only shows Link's location? That's lame. Also, that just made the noise again. Maybe we actually have to... No, I don't know. Because people have a hard time figuring out their location? Like, where they actually are? That seems really silly. No wonder they upgraded it. I think it played the tone because that room had a thing that had unlocked and it was indicating to me that it was unlocked still. So like the floor was... The secret was already deactivated, if that makes sense, or already activated. Okay, where are we at? So... There's a whole nother side of the dungeon, which I think... I'm having a memory here. Maybe. I don't really know. Let's see if my memory holds up. Because there's a good chance it doesn't. But I have a recollection, as they say. Hey, Silverdown, how's it going? Yeah, exactly. I think I know what I'm supposed to do with the rod. I think. Maybe. I could also be very, very wrong. And I feel like when I was a young kid... Yeah. I think when I was a young kid, I spent hours looking for that. Not looking, but trying to figure out what was supposed to come next. And the thing that tipped me off was the map being off to the left. Yeah, I had a memory about that. Man, it's funny the pieces of this game that come back as you run into it, kind of thing. But you're not wrong. It does not look flammable. At least not to me either. Okay, this looks like a weird maze of sorts. Suppose we could follow that thing. Wait, how did it go that way? It can walk on a path that I can't. That's just confusing. Also, how did it hit me when I was in a corner? It did it again. I'm gonna die again because of that thing. Can't go that way. I'm gonna stay up here and then I'll race back. That didn't work. That might be my last fairy. At the moment. I don't like these fake wall things. So you're telling me that star thingy right there is a fairy? If I want it to be? No! It killed me! All I wanted was the fairy. Oh, get me out of here. Oh, now we gotta go back the way we came? Oh. I'm not gonna make it, guys. We're gonna get our first game over of the night. I'm almost positive of it. Let alone when we get to the boss. Oh my gosh. Boss is gonna annihilate me. That was a fun level. I'm probably supposed to be using that against them. Like, that probably kills them instantly. What? I did not miss. Okay. I gotta... Nope, 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 nope. Why? Yep, okay. We're gonna do what Charles says. It did not work. And now I'm a bunny. I missed. I'm short on magic power, too. Ugh. What kind of world am I living in? Get me out of here. Oh, why can't I hit like 3 things at once with this guy? Okay, we need the big thing. We need the big thing. Because we're beeping again. Now we need the flamethrower of doom. Oh, game over. I thought I had won. Oh, I should go and get fairies again. In fact, let's do that. Let's take a small break and go get fairies, because it just seems like a good idea to me. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. Also, we have a shield again, so maybe we'll try upgrading the shield. Because we didn't succeed at that last night. This is the intermission of tonight's stream. Because I'm on a one dungeon a night, or one dungeon a... Yeah, one dungeon a night? Sounds about right. Pretty sure that's the way out. How did I... Yeah, okay. Hey, Tech, how's your game coming? Did you get any work done on it today, if you're still lurking? There's probably closer fairies, but I can never find them. Also, is this the right waterfall? I don't think it is. No, that's not the right waterfall. Because it's... that one way up there, I think? Well, we'll go to that first. Yeah, now I can dodge things like crazy. I have a good random scrolling star background now. I decided to leave the next phase for Stream Nora because it's going to be a lot of quick stuff quickly from here while I get the basic thing. Nice! Well, I'm hoping... I'm trying to remember how this works. I think you're back to a noon start time for me. So I'm hoping to catch, like, the first hour, hour and a half of stream. And then, like I said, I gotta take Link to go see Pokemon cards. Or get Pokemon cards, or turn Pokemon cards into 3D Pokemon cards. Something like that. Wait, is that the water? Are you, So, the ship I would imagine will be pretty straightforward. Shooting, I would imagine... I think my question I would have for you regarding shooting is, are you going to implement... How are you going to implement collision detection? That would be my question. It's not... I'm not asking so much, how do you implement? I'm not asking that. I'm asking, how are you going to implement it? Because there's like 3 or 4 different methods, and I think it would depend on how you're planning on implementing enemies. But even the ship, same thing, assuming you have power-ups. Yeah, I'll be curious. Rough hitboxes and line crossing. So are you going to do... I'll ask it this way. Are you going to do... I'm not sure how I want to ask it. Are you going to have the bullets detect the hit? Or are you going to have the enemies detect the hit? Or are you going to have the world detect the hit? Which might be a little bit weirder. Okay. You guys said throw. I threw my sword, nothing happened. I'm going to throw my shield this time. No, yes and no. So like, I'll use cheesy nip clicker. We didn't, the way the cheese nips disappeared and moved for that matter, was entirely in the logic for the cheese nips. So while it wasn't entirely object oriented in the sense of procedural properties and stuff like that, it was object oriented in the sense that I had a loop that looped over the array of cheese nips, and if their X value or their Y value had hit a certain point, it did something. So it's what object oriented is before all the optimizations of modern classes and objects come into play. Because my array becomes a basic object at that point, or the object is the element in the array is probably the best way to say it. So it's not like Unity objects, except the underlying Unity objects are probably implemented the same way. But we're getting crazy. Yeah. I like an honest person. I will give you something better in return. Oh, that's nice. Your shield is improved. Now you can defend yourself against fireballs. Oh, can I throw it again? That's cool. Oh, I didn't mean to throw that, but I'll try a few other things. Ship plus wall, enemy plus wall. Okay. Yes, I dropped this. Don't drop it again. Okay, bow does not seem to be upgradable. I'll be curious to watch your implementation. That's probably what. Because it's always fun to see how different things are implemented. To this day, and this is maybe where my brain, and why maybe my brain twists it to be like object-oriented programming, or at least it looks at it that way. I distinctly remember we were in, it was it was Java, so it had to be 1902, and in college, and not that any of that matters to you. And we were in, so I'm not sure where to start the story. So 1901 was introductory computer science, and it was designed as a weed out course at the time, meaning they had 300 kids apply, and by the end of that first semester, half of them would change majors because they were having their minds blown. And it wasn't, the mind-blowing part of that class, that first class, was not the programming itself. It wasn't, because pretty much all 300 people in there were nerds to begin with, and they had all probably programmed at home at some point. The thing that got people in the weed out course was that first course was taught in Lisp, or Scheme, which is a recursive, not procedural programming language. And we were being asked to do things that are relatively simple to do in procedural languages, in this recursive language, and messing with your brain. And there were some people that were like, what in the world? This isn't what I want to be doing with my life. And I loved it. I loved every minute. But then we got to Java in the second semester, and Java then started talking about object-oriented programming, which I had done a little bit of it beforehand. I had done some Visual Basic and stuff like that. And so I had some knowledge of it. But the thing that completely twisted my view was when it stopped being about objects and properties and methods, which, yes, that's an aspect of object-oriented programming. But they gave us an assignment where they asked us to write a bank simulation, a line. It was a line simulator. Bank doesn't make sense, but there would be, like, you'd input how many tellers there were. You'd input a random rate of people to arrive, and then you'd program the people to have their own little behaviors. So, like, you might program somebody to always go to the shortest line. You might program somebody to randomly pick a line. You might program somebody to go to the longest line. And then you'd simulate it, right? You'd run the simulation and you'd see how the bank would fare with your object-oriented people that were all doing their own little thing, going to the lines and handling the tellers. And it was a really cool simulation. And the professor said something along the lines of, this is how SimCity and a lot of these other games work, where they're programming just a bunch of little tiny objects that are all interacting with each other, and you don't necessarily know, like, there's no one flow through the program, right? Like, it's these objects all behaving independently. And I love that concept. I love simulations. I love this idea of programming objects that are now doing their thing independently of everything else. But we were doing it with arrays. We weren't doing it, like, that particular lesson, we didn't actually use the objects themselves. It was arrays of special properties where they were acting independently of them by themselves. It's like, I don't know how else to say it. It was a conceptual thing more than it was anything else. But okay, so we upgraded that. What else do you think I could upgrade? Probably something blue, not that one. Can I upgrade the music? No. The mirror. Ooh, let's upgrade the mirror. Yep, I don't know what we would fully gain. I mean, I guess we gain the structure, but I'm with you. Like, jumping all the way to C means, like, a lot of the gains come from the libraries that you inherently always want to use in C, and we can't have all the libraries come with us. Yeah, I know. I understand that we get the structure for classes and stuff, but that's overhead in and of itself. Like, so yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you entirely on that. I don't think. I don't think that we stand to gain a whole lot. More sane arrays. Yeah, but who wants sanity? And are we really and again, we're gaining those things, but it's gonna come at the cost of the compile, because, well, maybe not entirely, because there are some optimizations that are gonna happen at the compiler. But like, some of those things are just rules. Oh, yeah, it would be, like, if you had all the libs, that's going to be a huge expense. No, I'm with you. I'm with you entirely on that. I was talking, as I mentioned earlier, I was talking with the kids about go-tos and labels, and we got to talking about how, like, why go-tos have such a bad rap. And, like, some of the pros and cons, and why you don't see anybody use go-tos in modern programming. Like, it's a big no-no. And one of the things I've been doing with these lessons that I've been doing these last 2.5 weeks is taking them and showing them what the assembly and the binary looks like underneath if it's done by hand. So just like a simple infinite loop, right? In assembly, with a go-to, you just have a go-to jump to a memory location that happened earlier in your code, right? Like, it's a simple one-line thing to create a loop. Yeah, exactly, with jumps. And they're like, if all of our loops just devolve into this, then why does it matter? And I'm like, well, because there are some times where you don't want to use jumps to solve your problem. And there's a whole bunch of other reasons too that get into compiler optimizations, but they're like, wait a second, they'll do things like loop unrolling, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why would you ever want to unroll a loop? And I'm like, it's faster. They're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And they're like, how can that be? And I'm like, well, here, let me show you on this TI-83, because at 14 megahertz, an if statement's noticeable. Like, it's crazy how noticeable an if statement is in terms of performance. One extra if in the loop, suddenly, like, you can race the calculators next to each other and you can see the loop slow. They also had a hard time comprehending, I thought this was funny, how much of a difference there is between 14 megahertz and 3 gigahertz when it comes to processor power. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone No! 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 Why do they... I'm leaving here before he tries to give me more rupees. But yeah, we've been having fun with it. And there's a part of me, and I think I'd really love to, like, write another round, or maybe just go back and clean up my my code for Cookie Clicker and actually take it down to the assembly and, like, clean up the assembly. That might have been a bad idea. Lag. Because it's just fun, the optimizations you can do. Inline for the C stuff has even been space saving for... I would imagine it would be. Although there might be compiler flags that can, like, accomplish the same thing. Like, isn't there... It's been a long time since I've messed with these things, but isn't there, like, a overly optimized compiler flag? Like 06 or something? I don't remember my flags. But, hey, Shadow Ninja, thanks for the follow. We are just having a chill Friday night here. We're slowly working our way through Zelda. And at the moment, we're talking about programming. Okay, we found our fairies. No! I didn't catch said fairy. There's usually aim for speed, not size, so we're not getting the big... Oh, you make a good point. You're right that it's normally about speed. So, yeah, if we're trying to optimize for... Yeah, we don't want loop unrolling. That would be bad. Wait, how do I not have any bottles? Magic medicine? Where'd that come from? Where did I get this? I feel like I should drink it, though. I don't remember getting this. But I can't... There. Here, heal me. Okay. Now let's take the long walk back to where we were. It wasn't that long. But... I don't know. I'm looking forward to, like, really getting into some more of the assembly and lower end stuff with these kids, though, because they are eating it up, which is the best part, at least from my perspective. Like, we've had a lot of lessons, and they've kind of been more, like, do-it-yourself type thing. This is the first time where I'm, like, really trying to drive home some harder concepts for them, and they're loving it. And these are, like, it's always fun when somebody wants to learn. It's not as fun when you're dragging them along. And with a concept like lower level programming, I don't think we want to go this way, but I'm doing it anyway. I was reading an article today, though, about how the 8080 instruction set, the x86 instruction set, needs to die. And the article's not entirely wrong, but it kind of made me laugh. Some of the things they're talking about in there, about how there's backwards support for stuff that, like, hasn't really been used in 15, 20 years, probably longer. I don't know. I like the backwards compatibility, so I don't want it to go away. But I also understand that to compete with things like ARM and stuff like that, they might have to, you know, start making changes. Why? I mean, why not? No. They said one thing that had me intrigued about processors that now separate program space from data space, like at the processor level. I find that interesting. I don't know enough about these other processor things out there, but that sounds intriguing to me at a processor level. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's switch to fire. Do I need to open the door again? Yes, I do. No! Oh, that's frustrating. Need to learn to aim better. Am I literally gonna have to leave and come back? 'Cause I can't... There's nothing else here I can use to light it with, right? Like, I need to have magic somehow. Really? No magic? None? Do-do-do. That wasn't right. Oh, that was a bad guy. We're gonna kill all the bad guys first this time. Gosh. That shouldn't have been that hard. Okay, Charles said this will work. I can do it this time. And instead I made it into a bunny. Let's just get out of here. And I died again. Right there. Yay for fairies. So we're only going to have one for the boss fight. But so far I think that's all we've needed. So that's good. Oh no. I sense drop. Well, that's not gonna go well. Let's not do that. Let's try bows. Nothing. Oh, that's gonna be a good way to die. I should have saved, like, right beforehand. Oh, I don't think you can help me, fairy. I need magic. Oh, I can hit it with my sword, so that's something. Magic would be better, though. Game over. Okay, we're gonna walk all the way back. We're gonna get the fairies all over again. And then I'm gonna save my game. Because that's what a pro would do. Hey, those are mine, dude. In fact, maybe I shouldn't even get 2 fairies. Maybe I should get a magic potion again. That way I can use the fire wand even more on that boss. No. Yeah, we'll see. Got a little... I don't have a ton more time tonight, but... hopefully we can at least get back to the... well, I want to finish this dungeon tonight. So I'm going to ask this question while we're sitting here. What should... we're a ways away from it, but what should my next game be to beat on stream? I have an idea as to what I think it should be. But it poses a few challenges for stream, somewhat. I think, and this assumes we do a game. We could also do a project. I was thinking maybe a 2 or 3 stream arc of Wario Land for the Virtual Boy. And my logic will be at that, if we do the Virtual Boy, then I think, then we're on our way to beating 1 game on every Nintendo system for the year. Like we're making our way through it, and I feel like that's a noble goal. Beat 1 game on every system this year, on every Nintendo system. And it'll only be March, and we'll already have like 4 of them down. And I have an idea for what I want for the Game Boy game too, possibly, if we go that way. I mean, this is true. I've only played them on Switch. I mean, technically, okay, so technically we beat... actually, have we only beat Switch games? So far all the games have been Switch, right? None of them... no, we beat an N64 game, which was, again, on Switch, but still. And we're now beating Zelda, which, again, technically on the Switch, but we're not counting it that way. But you get, like, 1 game for every system. Although, technically, that was the Switch version of Mario 64, so maybe that doesn't count. I don't know. I'm making up rules, so it doesn't really matter. They're my rules. It was an N64. I mean, that's okay. I'll go with that. So, I mean, if the goal is to play 1 game, and I guess there's a Game Boy question in there too, but is it Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy Color, and the DS, and the 3DS? Like, where's the breakdown in system there? Or is it just, you've played a Game Boy game, you've met the goal? I mean, I guess you could say we've played a Game Boy Advance game if you count the e-reader. We've beat the e-reader. We plugged it in. and we've conquered it. We've also conquered the e-reader. Dang it, I missed all the fairies. DS and 3DS are all their own systems. That's how we're drawing the line? Okay, so... and technically I haven't played any of those yet. Ooh, how would I play 3DS on stream, though? That's a little tricky. Actually, DS is a little tricky, too, come to think of it. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. We have a few different ways we could do Game Boy. We could do Game Boy through the Switch. We could do Game Boy through, Super Game Boy through a Super Nintendo if I really had to. Oh, yeah, I always forget that there's emulators. I don't use emulators as much as maybe I should. Wait, maybe I shouldn't. Which way does Nintendo want me to go? I feel like I saw something really cool for DS and 3DS. See, I think there's much less of a line between 3DS and DS. The problem with the Super Game Boy is I have to go through RCA. I don't have a HDMI Super Nintendo, which I do have a way to convert all of that, but it's I don't know, it's not as clean. Not that clean is a necessity. I mean, I'm not going to be able to go 100% clean with the Virtual Boy. But the Virtual Boy's problem is that my head's going to be in a headset. That, and I have to finish repairing my Virtual Boy. It works fine. It's just in console mode at the moment. Because I need to do some very fine solder work. In fact, it's literally been laying here. I think it's still laying here. Well, that's a little concerning. I was going to say, there's a piece of my Virtual Boy that's been laying on my desk for a very long time. I don't see it at the moment, which might mean I put it back by the Virtual Boy to keep it safe, but I have one of the laser eye things like laying on my desk because it needs to be fixed or replaced. I'm not sure which I'll go with, but it's got the whole ribbon cable problem. I loved my Virtual Boy, though. I know you were only supposed to play it like 15 minutes at a time and take a break. I never listened to that. And maybe that's why I have glasses now. No, I think that's genetics. I would play that thing 3-4 hours at a time. I would beat Wario Land in a single sitting. Throw some rupees in, and your wishes will surely come true. Throw a few. 20. You will have a little luck. Why do I feel like this is a scam? do 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 do. I feel like I should leave it at great luck, but I don't know. Well, she appeared at 100. I wanted more magic. Bombs. 15. I mean, I guess that's an improvement. I could keep doing it, I guess. I could get... No, I'll just be disappointed. It'll upgrade my arrows to like 40, and that's just not going to make a difference. Oh, so I could keep upgrading it, is what you're telling me. I'm going to ignore that for the time being. I will go back. Probably when I'm back to 999 rupees. Something about this map that I just can't seem to get memorized properly. I don't know what it is, but it's... I understand that the castle is at the center, and we keep going around the castle, but for some reason, getting around the castle with this weird mode it's got going on, like, just completely messes with my head. About where, like, the bridges are, and all that stuff. I'll figure it out eventually, though. I'm starting to get there. There's a bottle under the castle bridge? Oh, Charles, you shouldn't have said that. There is nothing more important than bottles. Is it the front castle bridge or the side castle bridge? From the east side. East side to the west side. Oh, not there, but whatever. We'll try here first. 'Cause this is not the right bridge. This is... Wow, I just had like a sudden urge to watch Star Trek. That's weird. So I was flipping through, and this is gonna show how old I am, more than anything else, because I'm old, obviously. I was flipping through Disney Plus last night, looking for things to watch because I didn't know what I wanted to watch, and I saw this thing called X-Men 97, and I'm like, what is this? And he's 93? Ugh, that hurts my heart. But there was this show called X-Men 97. I'm like, why is this being focused? Like, did they just bring the X-Men cartoons to Disney Plus? And I was like, I swear I've seen the X-Men cartoons on here before. Like, that it's weird that they're highlighting this. So I open it up and there's only 2 episodes so far, and I'm like, this is really weird. So then I watch the first episode and I'm like, this is pretty good, but I don't remember this episode. Like, I'm pretty certain I'd remember this episode. And I'm watching it and going through it, and I'm like, this feels like it's late, like in the series. Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't remember every episode of the X-Men cartoon, but there are some things that, like, I kind of remembered, I guess is probably the best way to say it. And so I stopped, and I found out, this, like, completely blew my mind. They're making new episodes of an X-Men cartoon that ended in 1996. They're making, like, a season 7, or I think it's season 5, technically, for the X-Men cartoon. Yeah, it did leave on a cliffhanger with X, or with the professor or whatever. But yeah, I didn't know that they were adding episodes to it. How am I supposed to get in the water? Leave me alone, Mr. Bad Guy. I must find a way into the water first. Do I have to, like, go under this bridge first, too? Is it just a really long swim? Oh, that bridge is where the bottle is. So not the castle bridge. So I only watched 1 episode, and again, I have to admit that they did a pretty good job with it. I think, though, I'm now going to, maybe not right away, but I think I'm going to go back through and watch the entire television series, because there are parts of the television series, too, that I don't remember, like, how they resolved. Like, I don't remember how Jean Grey came back after the Phoenix sequence. Like, I remember that being a big deal. Wait, there's a dude living under the bridge? Yo, JJDB, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. I'm pretty sure that's how he talks. This is a magic bottle. Well, now I feel like I gotta go get another fairy. Or some magic. One of the two. Magic might actually be better this time. Is there a place I can buy magic? Like the magic potion that I misused that I shouldn't have now? Does the witch have that? I'm gonna go check. Yeah. Anybody will know. It's the witch. Maybe she has a potion that can cure both health and magic. You might be able to fly there. Fly? I can't fly. How do you fly? Have I been missing, like, some major way of getting around the map? I have not unlocked cuckoos. To my knowledge. Wait, is there seriously a way to fly? Did you unlock warping? Like the water warping? Oh, yeah, I could have. There is a warp from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. It's basically the same distance in this case, though, because I would have had to go back to the middle. I don't think I have one in Kiriko, though. Double, toil and trouble, cauldron making bubble brew. You don't have anything for me. Oh. What's blue one do? Couldn't you have told me what it does before I buy it? Oh, yeah. Both life and... I wasted... I wanted the blue one. I'm gonna waste it. Because I need magic anyway, so why not? Okay. This is how we're going to win this fight, by cheating. Can I use the ground pound fire thing on the butterfly? Because the butterfly's flying. Feels like that would be a really cheap way to fight it, but I like the concept. Poked me. I'm also curious for all of those of you that are younger than me, which is almost everybody in chat. Have you found that you like using Facebook now because they brought back the poke functionality? Or I shouldn't say brought back, but made it easier to do? Like, have you been poking all of your friends? Is that in? Or is that just a bunch of people that are old like me reminiscing? Because I also read something today about how apparently the younger generation is bringing back poking 20 years after it came out. You don't use Facebook? But then how do you poke people? Like, do you just walk up to them and poke them? Because some people might say that's assault. You just walk up. Poke, poke. Okay. Leave me alone, dude with a bad attitude. He stole something from me. Hopefully not my shield. Do I still have a shield? I still have a shield. Okay. Here's what I forgot to do. Use Facebook to, but... I use Facebook to buy VG records. Yes. Okay. The marketplace is not a bad place to shop. Although, I tried to buy an e-reader there a week ago, and it didn't work out. It was like 2 weeks ago now, but... Time flies, man. March is almost over. It's almost April. I haven't heard anything about my personal taxes. I should follow up on that this weekend. These two buttons. Create suspend point, not because we're done, but because I don't want to have to walk all the way back again. Not marketplace, bootleg rec. Wait, what? Why wouldn't they be on marketplace? Do. I mean, that would be a good record. Super Mario RPG. No. Okay. We're going to fight the mummies by hand first. No! No! That was a double no. That's in my head now. Sorry, now it's in your head too. Okay, we will not fail this time. We will get to the boss fight. Then we will magic it to death. You know what would be really mean? Is if that hand is in the boss fight. I don't think I survived long enough to see if it was there, but if that hand is there with all of those moving floor tiles, that would just be mean. Okay, we're gonna use this first. Oh, it disappeared right as I touched it. That's frustrating. We don't have a need for a fairy, so let's not bother with that. Although, maybe if it gets close, we can do it. Nope. Failed again. I can see why they're worth a fairy. I didn't think I escaped that one. Okay. We go to blasters. Here we go. Oh, yeah. We're short on magic power already? Okay, use sword so we get hurt. Nope, 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 nope. Are you kidding me? we do all this prep work. Gosh. We did all this prep work and we didn't even need it. We probably needed it a dozen times before. Let's be honest. If I hadn't done the prep work, I would have needed it. That's just how it works.
JJTB, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you.
Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? Wait, are all the other games based on this game?
This is the way I heard it. If a person who has evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear.
Okay, new question. Never mind, we'll come back to it.
And he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protected the royalty of Hylia can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. May the way of the hero lead you to the Triforce.
Okay, I am more confused than ever. Okay, we're going to create a suspend point again. We'll put it right there. Yes, overwrite that data. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to hit select. We're going to say save and quit. We're going to let the music keep playing for a moment. We're not going to wrap stream just yet. I need to see this for my own knowledge, because we already all agree that it's all just a scam anyway, but... Legend of Zelda timeline. Okay. Here we go. So we've got Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Four Swords, Ocarina of Time. So Ocarina of Time is where everything gets like really crazy. These three I have no argument for or against at the moment. Okay, so Ocarina, if the hero is defeated, the Seven Sages seal away Ganon, King of Evil, imprisoning war. If Ganon is defeated... So this... Okay, so I understand. So that led to the imprisoning war. King of Evil Ganon revives, then exterminated the Triforce. So this talks about the cataclysm, or the game already talks about a cataclysm already. So we're thinking... I'm not sure. This is a little messy. And then... Not going to worry about that game. And then these two are the other ones. So Ganon returns but is defeated. So Ganon actually returns in this game? Like, do they actually talk about him returning? The hidden Triforce of Courage is found. The ancient Princess Zelda returns. So the Adventures of Link is actually the last game. Okay, so that
these two are like the last. Everything else has come before. That's intriguing. They built it backwards. So this is called, and this is what Tech was saying the other day, this game is called A Link to the Past because it takes place before these two games. Ganon is sealed away. Very intriguing. Okay. That was what I wanted to understand. And I need to like reread this whole story again too, because evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the golden power. So they're saying that's the sages seal it. And the sages are the 7 sages, but they think they're men. They were clearly not men in Ocarina of Time, unless I missed something. Legends, I tell you. It's all the Legends' fault. Sometimes I wish for there to be stories that make sense to these video games, but, you know. No, I'm with you. I'm not sure Nintendo ever really thought about a timeline. They just maybe have put it all together. I think they've just been telling us the same story over and over again, and we failed to realize it. That might be all it is. And I'm honestly okay with that. It's a good story, which is why you can tell it to me every 3 to 10 years or whatever. But I would agree with that as well. Well, that was a fun evening, you guys. I'm glad we're staying on pace of getting one of these things done a night. Maybe one of these nights we'll do 2. Tomorrow is community game night. I think Splatoon is probably the most likely thing if people are here to play it. I'm going to try to show up at about 8, maybe a little earlier Central Time if I can. If not, it'll be closer to 9. But I'm going to try to go earlier as opposed to later because I feel people are, like, awake. I feel like we'll raid here, and we're going to raid Orin, who's a friend of the stream, also family-friendly. I don't know if he's been streaming all day or what, but he was live most of the day playing another game as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go see what he's up to. I appreciate y'all being here. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next trip, see ya.